So crypto universe, I'm back with another video, and let's get right into the updates. I'm excited, you should be too. So when you look at the market, it's actually trading sideways right now for the most part. It's going down 0.99%, but still have a market cap of $3.28 trillion. Bitcoin is still hovering in that $103,000 range, and most of the other top coins in the top 100 are in the red right now. But there's still a lot of news to get into. So first I wanted to get into this post here. This is actually from CoinDesk. They had interviewed Dave Portnoy. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I might have butchered it, but he's the guy who's behind the platform Barstool Sports. And he was talking about cryptocurrency, but he also was specifically talking about why he owns XRP. And I wanted to get into that video very quickly.
I remember I was trying to buy an apartment in Miami and I got outbid by Crypto Bro. And I'm just like, that bastard. He just bought, you know, he heard about Bitcoin when it was, I don't know, $8, $7. It's up on 100. I've slaved for 20 years and he just...
Yeah, I'm sure many people probably wish they were in the position of that other guy where they caught wind of something like crypto way back when it was, you know, dirt cheap, and you could have profited like crazy. You could have made out like a bandit. You could have been what some people would call a cryptonaire. I don't know if you guys have heard that term before, but if you know, you know. But I mean, man, I would have killed to go back to that time, man, because I'm already an open-minded person looking for those type of things anyway. So I know if I caught wind of it, I would have jumped in back then when, you know, you had Bitcoin for $1 or $2. But man, that's all what we're all striving for, is just to get into that position where you can outbid somebody like this. He's clearly pissed about it. He's laughing at it now, but I'm sure that probably frustrates him and makes him have some resentment for the space and the people in the space. Even when you hear him say crypto bro, it sounded like he had a little disdain in his voice. He clearly, that would frustrate him because from his perspective, he feels like he's been working hard for 20 years and he got out. he essentially lost a pissing contest to somebody who, you know, bought some Bitcoin at the right time. But let's continue. So we're gonna get into when he talks about XRP now.
He just outbid. So yes, there's 100% of FOMO on everything. I think that's the meme coin. That's general. I mean, I don't know Bitcoin. I don't know if there's as much FOMO now. It's so established, but like.
It's interesting that he said that Bitcoin is established, because in my opinion, crypto as a whole still isn't that established. Like, at the end of the day, my definition of established is once it gets to the point where the average Joe and average Jane that doesn't care anymore, once they're interested, and not just interested, once they're at a point where they are looking at it as just another normal thing in life, like once the normies catch up, that's, in my opinion, is when it's truly established. We're still, in my opinion, in like the infancy stage of the crypto market. I don't even think we've really scratched the surface. So saying that Bitcoin is established, I disagree with. Like, as big as Bitcoin is, I know it seems like it's too big to fail, and I have nothing against Bitcoin, of course, because I have some Bitcoin. I'm sure some of you have some as well. But even though it seems too big to fail, things that are too big to fail, they fail a lot once you get past the infancy stage. So, but time will tell.
But like, that's why I'm an XRP. Like that it's FOMO. It's not like I have some grand belief in it, but it's what, $2, 40 cents or something like that. It's like, what if that's the next Bitcoin? So FOMO, I think, plays a huge part.
So basically he owns XRP because strictly based off of FOMO, which, hey man, listen, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. At the end of the day, most people in crypto are in it based off of FOMO. They're in it based off of the what if factor of like, hey, what if this coin becomes the next Bitcoin? What if this coin goes to this price? And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just don't really understand why he's making it seem like Bitcoin isn't lumped into that same group. All of these coins fall into the category of that he's talking about, including Bitcoin. Just because Bitcoin is the most expensive and the most popular doesn't mean that people aren't still buying into it based off of FOMO. Like, outside of the price itself, what is Bitcoin really getting into at this point? Not much. Every cryptocurrency that has come out in recent years is a faster, more efficient version of what Bitcoin originally was. Like all of these other coins that are coming out offer faster transactions that are gonna cost you way less money. So, and this is not me trying to take digs at Bitcoin. I hope Bitcoin goes to $1 million. Who cares? But at the same time, I just think it's interesting that he's trying to act as if Bitcoin is above the fray in that regard, when in reality, they're all in the same boat, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's XRP, whether it's Ethereum, Cardano, whether it's meme coins, everything is, it's all still a very speculative market. It's people making moves based on speculation and FOMO, and everybody wanted to catch that next moonshot coin. So I wanted to go into the next story here. This is actually tied to hedera hashgraph. This is a post from a page called Da Vinci Graph, and they were kind of playing around with the hypothetical scenario where they were showing what HBAR's price point would be if it was at Ethereum's market cap, and the price point would be $7.31. And while there's no guarantee that's going to happen anytime soon, I'm sure I'm somebody who has HBAR. I really like HBAR. I'm a HBAR barian, I guess you could say. I would like to see that one day, hopefully this year, but only time will tell. From a technology standpoint, HBAR is just clearly better. It's a more efficient, I mean, it's better. It could do whatever Ethereum does, but better. And this Twitter user right here actually summed it up pretty well when they said hedera is substantially better, just newer and not as well known. However, once people study the differences, you will quickly sell your ETH into HBAR. This has all the major use cases governed, including AI and tokenization. So to me, HBAR is like that sleeping giant that it's kind of relevant, but still to this day, not really. But only time will tell if it'll reach its full potential. Hopefully there's some HBAR variants that come across this video. I'm gonna try to put it in the title. Next post here is actually from Brian Armstrong, who is the CEO of Coinbase. So recently, a few days ago, some hackers had hacked into Coinbase and they threatened Coinbase and said, they blackmailed Coinbase and said, hey, send us $20 million in Bitcoin, or we're gonna, do whatever, release information about customers or whatever. Brian Armstrong recently put out a post talking about this and also saying that he's gonna flip the script and offer a $20 million bounty for whoever can find these people so that he can get them arrested. And I don't know how to be a hacker, but I really would like to, like, stuff like this makes me say, man, I wish I knew how to be a hacker, because I would love that 20 million, of course, right? And to me, the biggest takeaway from this is actually the fact that we are closer to the bull run. I don't think we're in it. Some people think we're in it. Some people think it's a trap and we're actually gonna crash or whatever. I'm in the middle of it. I don't think we've even gotten close to the peak of the bull run, because as we all know, the true peak of the bull run is when you start seeing crypto exchanges get hacked left and right. That's one of the biggest telltale signs. When you start seeing one exchange get hacked, another get hacked, so on and so forth. Hopefully we'll be in one soon. But the next post here, the final post that I'm going to get into, is going to be, this is actually related to the upcoming crypto bill that the Senate's going to vote on in America. And it's a post from Senator Bill Haggerty, who's from Tennessee. And his tweet reads, next week, Senate will make history when we pass the Genius Act that establishes the first ever growth regulatory framework for payment stablecoins. This bill will cement U.S. dollar dominance, protect customers, increase demand for U.S. treasuries, and ensure that innovation in the digital asset space is in the hands of the United States of America, not our adversaries. So this is a major deal. So when I talked earlier about how I still don't feel that crypto is truly established, not even Bitcoin, because number one, so many people still don't know about it. But then number two, there's still also a lot of people that still view it as if it's some sort of scam. And this is the type of thing that would actually help normalize it and get people to the point where they're way more comfortable with it. Once you start seeing bills passed to advance, to help the innovation go a little smoother. And you're seeing this. I'm very curious to see when the US will put out their own stablecoin, or will they try to reach out to, you know, USDC, or will they go to another stablecoin out there? I'm very curious to see. I know people have different theories. I don't know. I don't have any theories, so only time will tell. But yeah, man, this is extremely exciting. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think this bill will pass? Do you think HBAR will one day be bigger than Ethereum? And do you think that this space is mostly built on FOMO, or do you think it's built on people who actually come in with a lot of enthusiasm in regards to the technology associated with it and what it can mean for the future of finance?